Hello, this is Bino. I'm an arborist and a tree climber specialist. What I like to do on my channel is share tree climbing tips with beginners and experts. What I have planned today is to advance a tree using an ISC Ultralink. I've made a video in the past with the Quickie advancing, from the ground and working my way up. So I just want to compare it a little bit and use this ISC Ultralink. Let's get to it. When I'm using a Quickie and I want to work from the ground and do tie-ins on the way up, I'll advance with the Quickie for the SRS system. So what I would normally do for that is I'll make a butterfly close to the end of my line. So here's my butterfly, and then what I'll do is I'll put the Quickie here and it'll choke where I'm gonna climb to, and when I reach that point then I'll advance up. So with the Quickie, I'd put it on, so in the Quickie you have to depress 2 pins and then it opens, and then what I would do is put the body of the Quickie through the eye. I'll do another pin. Now if I have gloves on, sometimes the gloves will get stuck on this. So I'll put the Quickie in the body, or in the butterfly, or the body of the Quickie in the butterfly, and I want to make sure the slick pin would be up against the tree. So then I'll snap it closed. I would run this up and I choke it, okay? Now once I do that, when I reach that point, now I would take the Quickie off again. In a way, it's almost like a carabiner, but it's safety because it's really strong in this axis and it really doesn't side load. Unlike a carabiner could side load, and that would be the worry of a carabiner. So once I reach my point, I would have to depress this, open it up, maybe another one. I pop it out. I would take this part off and I throw higher and I advance. Just work my way up until I hit the top. Well, it's a little time consuming with this, which, I really do love the Quickie. It's a great piece of kit, but now they've created the ISC Ultralink. And I'll show you what I plan on doing. For advancing up, I'm not going to use this pulley here. I'm just going to take it off. But to use this, you depress this button, you twist this, and then it pops open. Once that pops open, you could take this pulley off, or the sheave. But I'm not going to use it on advancing up, and even when I do my canopy. So I'll just use it this way. So what I'll do, this is a little bit different. So you'll put the body of the ISC Ultralink into the eye of the butterfly. You'll throw your choke line here and you'll push it and twist. Now it's locked in place. Now you're locked. So now when I go in advance, what I'll do is I'll depress. I could pull this here and pop it, undo it, put it back on when I throw over a branch, and then lock it back into place. So now that I got that set, I'll run it up, choke it. Now I'll start working my way up the tree. First, what I'll do is I'll set up my climbing system. I'm going to use a rope wrench with a Michoacan. Set that up real quick. Okay. So Michoacan, 1, 2, 3 on top. Wrap and boom. We do have videos on the Michoacan if you're interested on the tying of. All right. Now I get the wrench, pop it open, pop it on the line, ready to go. Open my link pin, grab my carabiner, get the eye of the cord through the bottom becket, and the other one through the bottom becket. That's ready. Pop my link pin back on the top of my hitch climber pulley, and now it's ready to go. So the next step is I'll start ascending up the tree, and I'm going to advance on every branch that I get to. Now that I've got my rope wrench installed, I'm going to connect to my saddle, and then I'll proceed up the tree, connect a chesty to my hitch climber pulley, connect to my foot ascender, and then I'll start proceeding up the tree. So once I get to this first section here, that's when I'll throw my lanyard on, and then I'll reconnect. I'll advance a little bit higher. Okay. So now I'll throw my lanyard on. Now I'm going to grab the ISC Ultralink. Kind of give myself some slack. Now with this, all I'll do is depress this button. Once I depress the button, I can maneuver that, and then it pops right open. Undo, twist and lock. Now I can grab my ascending end, put a little bit more slack, and I'll advance. I'll just throw it to a limb above me. Headache, stand clear. All right. And now whip it. Oops. So once I grab it, depress, open it back up, lock it in place, snap it in, then I'll run it to choke. Alrighty. Then I'll tighten my climbing line here. Okay. Disconnect my lanyard. So I'm back on. Then I'll just advance to that section where I'm just at. Next, I'll get my lanyard, because then I'll advance again. Tighten it up. Okay. So now I'll put some more slack again. Press the pin, grab it, open it up. Really quick when you move it in place, and it locks really fast. Now what I'll do is I'll consider this right here my final tie-in. So now what I'll do, since I'm at this final tie-in, I'm gonna take this quick link off and hold on to it. So undo it, undo my chesty here. For right now, I'm gonna stow it right here. And with this end of my line, I'm going to send it to the ground, because what this will be is my retrieval line. So what I'll need to do is I'm going to drop it straight down. And make sure it gets to the ground. Oops. I want to do it around where I can climb here. Okay. Alright, I left my butterfly in my retrieval line so I don't get them confused with my other end. Okay, so now that I've got to the bottom, I'm going to give it a couple extra feet. Okay. Alright, so now that I've reached the ground with my retrieval line, I'm going to retie a butterfly on the line. I'm not going to disconnect my rope wrench or anything. That's all going to stay intact. And so I'll tie the butterfly here. Okay, now that I have that, now I'll get my ISC link It's still open. Now I'm going to put it in the body of the ISE into the butterfly. I'm going to capture the working end of my line. I'm going to snap it in, twist and lock. I'm making sure that the bottom of it, we don't want to put this portion up against the trunk. We want to have this section connected on your canopy tie. So now it's going to cinch up. Got it cinched. Put my weight back on my climbing system. Weighted it. Unhook my lanyard. And there I go. Advancing upward to my canopy tie. Now I could work the tree if that's what I wanted to do. But what I'll do is I'll start working my way down back to the ground. So I'm not going to do a redirect, so I'm going to send a portion of my line to the ground so I can retrieve below myself. So I'll start heading down in a second. Now I'm all connected. Next, all I have to do is just to start to descend. So start to descend. There I go. All right, there we go. There you are. Now back to the ground. Next, I'll show you how to disconnect and retrieve my line. Now that I reached the ground and I disconnected, and I'm going to retrieve my line. So the way I did it, I only have a simple choke. I don't have like a pulley or something like a floating canopy anchor on it. So I definitely don't want to do redirects. And what I did leave on here, just to, because sometimes you can forget if you use a lot of your rope. I left my butterfly on the retrieval line so I can remember that that's my retrieval line. And on the other end, I would have a figure 8 or maybe a double fisherman as a stopper. Just a simple thing for me to remember. Now what I'll do is I'll disconnect my climbing system and throw it here. Pop this off. Real quick. All right, now the last part, my rope wrench. All right, now I'll just throw it off to the side with my carabiner here. And now I'm going to retrieve my climbing system. It's real simple. All you need to do is just pull your line, and here comes the ISE Ultralink, straight down, back to the ground to me, and simple to undo. This is a real cool feature, the fact that you can grab this right here and then slide it open. It really makes it fast. Popping it off, and then to close it, you just push and twist, and it's nice. It has those, the triple action to open, to depress, you twist, and now you have to slide. That's 3 actions. Now to close, it's quick. Push and twist, and it pops in place. And this is really sturdy. So it's a 30 kilonewton rating on this axis, and then 25 on this. And if you put the sheave in, it's a 40 kilonewton rating. But this is really sleek, smooth. I really like the Quickie. I'm going to continue using it. This is just another great option, especially if you're planning on using an SRS system and you're going to advance up the tree, almost like a carabiner in the same way that the speed of it, I would say. Anyhow, that's the ISE Ultralink. Well, there you have it, the ISE Ultralink and advancing using an SRS system. Really cool option, pretty quick and really sturdy. I think I'm going to end up using this quite a bit. As always, comment, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you like what we do, and by all means, share our videos. Take care. We'll see you next time.